Hey, hello, what's up, you guys? Yes, it's me again. I came back to my YouTube video because it's the next day, right? Because next day I have to, say something, speak something in English in my video, and then I have to, post it to my YouTube channel. That's everyday thing. I gotta do this because it is my challenge. It's all about, right? So here I am. Here I am again, and I'm gonna talk about something in English. So yes, that's a thing that I'm gonna do. But today, I just actually I was counting my video, how many video I have posted so far since the day that I decided to do this. Post make a video, speak in English every day and post to my YouTube channel. And if this would change or improve my English speaking skill or not. This is my experiment I'm doing it on myself. And then yes, I was counting. Today I was counting at how many video I posted so far, and then this is actually a 41st video, right? And yes, since that the challenge started, and then one day I posted 2 video in a day, and then I don't know why I did it, but I just did. So well, actually this is a 40th day that since the challenge started, right? And then I think that the day finally come, in which that I don't know what to talk about, and then I've been thinking, but I just can't come up with anything to talk about. So I just kind of like start shooting this video without nothing, without anything in my mind. And then but I thought maybe what the heck, I have to do this. So I supposed to talk about something in English in front of the camera. So I kind of like start shooting, and then I know while I'm speaking right now, I'm kind of trying to come up with something, right? And then yes, because right now I'm in a situation that I have to supposed to talk about something, right? Even though I don't have nothing in my mind at the moment, but I have to talk about it because it's like because I supposed to talk, because I put myself in the situation that I need to talk, right? So yes, and then talking about putting your situation in the situation that you have to speak is that yes, there's something that it just came to my mind, right? So let me talk about this. Okay, yes, finally I come up with something that I'm gonna talk about today. Okay, thank you. Okay, well, anyway, because that I started this start shooting this video, I'm putting myself in the situation that I need to talk. It's kind of obligation, right? Because I'm the only one who is speaking from camera, and if I just stop talking, it's there's no video, right? So well, anyway, yes, this situation reminds me of something, and let me talk about this, right? So when I was young, and I was especially like in the 20s, I was kind of very shy and kind of very shy and very hesitant to speak up. Also that, and even if I have a chance to talk to someone in English, I just can't start the conversation. But once in a while, the person, whoever it is, your teacher or someone, who met in the cities, bump it in the cities or whatever. Some people very talkative. Some people just talk to you, and then start the conversation, right? And then if you in that situation, a lot of times that you are in that listener side, you are not really leading the conversation, but instead what I want you to do is try to start the conversation from your side, not the other side, because when I was on that yes, when I was younger, I was on the next X job, right? I used to travel a lot, and then a lot of times I'm traveling alone. So every time and also that I was moving one place to the other, by the airplane. So if I have if I am to go to from Japan to the States, it's like a 13 hours flight, right? It's a long flight, and then if I am traveling alone, and then if there's someone who is sitting next to me, even though I never met him or her before, and a total stranger, I always kind of try to talk to them, at least a little bit, say hello, or where you're going, or you are going back to your home, or going back to your country, or you are traveling, on business or something, because I have, I have to go there to meet my business associates and have a meeting and stuff, try to speak something, try to start a conversation, from my side is I think it's very different than just listening to, or for example, okay, yes, let's talk about this. Yeah, right, I am on the airplane going to the States on business, and there's someone sitting next to me, right? And then if I start something, get a conversation, hey, hello, how are you? Or, if I was the one who start the conversation, it's kind of like I am, most of the time I'm just leading the conversation. I ask the person, question, and she or he answer, and then I just back and forth, right? Because if it was other way around, the guy, for example, the guy who is next, sitting next to me start a conversation, I kind of like a listener side, right? So always just kind of like answering the questions. But in that way, I think that I am not, by doing that, just being in listener side, over and over again. Every time I do have a conversation with someone, always I'm just listening side. It doesn't, there's no way that I could improve my speaking skill, because I always mostly saying is that just an yes or no, right? Basically, But if I'm the one who start the conversation, and then I kind of like putting myself in a situation that I have to lead the conversation, or I'm the one who is if I call it, if you're just listening to basically say yes and no, you are the listener side, right? But if I the one who is start the conversation, who is mainly asking the question and stuff, you are the leading side. I just made up this word, but I just don't know what I should call the situation, so I just made up this this word. Well, anyway, yes, if you are just listening to English, I mean, you are always on the listening side and basically saying the yes and no. There's no way that you could improve your English skill, speaking skill, right? So instead, what I want to suggest to you today, that try to start a conversation from a side. It can be anything. You just say, oh, it's nice weather today, or it's raining, it's too bad it's raining, or did you bring your umbrella, or anything. You could start. There's so many ways that you could start the conversation with someone, even they are strangers. If you are, but if you keep doing, that you try to start a conversation from a side, that means that you put yourself in a situation that you have no choice but start keep on speaking and saying something, leading the conversation, because you are the one who start the conversation, that you have, it's kind of like an obligation that you have to keep on speaking, right? So if you just keep on doing over and over again, you will get used to that leading a conversation, and also that you will get used to speaking English, and then that will be a great benefit for you. So if you have a chance to talk with someone in English, for example, like if you someone that on the street that who needs that like a help or assistance from you, in English, you could talk to them. Do not hesitate. Ask them that if he or she needs any help or something. Or for example, if you're taking English lessons, try not to wait that teacher or instructor start the conversation. Instead, you try to start a conversation from your side, and then you try to lead the conversation. Right? You are the one who is asking the questions, not that just keep answering the question. And that way, that you would improve your English speaking. It is not you are in that way. If you just keep doing that, you could improve your English speaking skill at the same time. You could improve your communication skill at the same time. So yes, speaking English or talking English, having a conversation in English is communication, right? So you have to improve your English, and also at the same time you need to keep your communication skills. That way you could if you just keep doing that, I think yes, I'm saying this from experience, because I was as I said, I was very hesitant to speak up and talk, start a conversation from my side. But instead, since I started to try to be the one who start the conversation, things are much easier for me. And then also at the same time, my English speaking skill is improved a lot, by just trying to start your conversation. So try to have this different mindset that you are the one who should talk, lead the conversation. It's just how you think about it is make the big difference. So trying to think that try to that don't be the listener. Try to be the one who start the conversation. And then I think that if you keep doing that, you feel much easier and easier every time you do that, because you have a real life conversation with someone else, and that will be great benefit, and that will make you improve your English speaking skill much quicker than just being a listener. That's what I think. That's what I thought today. So yes, that's yes, even though I started out with nothing in my mind, but because I think that because I put myself in a situation that I have no choice but to speak English, keep on speaking English, then while I'm saying something, I came up with this this topic, right, that I want to talk about today. So yes, I think that putting yourself in the situation that you have no choice but keep on speaking, it might be a good way to try, I think. Okay, yes. Well, anyway, yes. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube video again. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Bye.